Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Fatima. In today's video we will be talking about essentials that you need in order to install a wig, or kind of like a wig starter pack. If you're a beginner, this is perfect for you. If you want to know what products you need to get in order to install your first wig, even if you're not a beginner, this will be perfect for you, just to make sure that you have everything that you need in order to properly install a wig. So before we get into the video, I want to thank West Kiss Hair for partnering up with me on this video. The wig that I'm wearing right now is from West Kiss Hair. So let me just show you guys the box. This is what it came in, and also the demo videos that I'm going to be showing you guys of me installing this unit and like using the products and the tools that I'm going to be talking about. It's the same wig. So it's this wig from West Kiss Hair. I've actually never tried out their body wave or straight texture. This wig is body wave, and I really like it. West Kiss Hair is consistently good quality. I really like them, and I do recommend them. I will have all of their information in the description bar down below. My first essential that you need in order to install a wig is going to be a wig cap. I feel like this is pretty self-explanatory. Whether I'm doing the bald cap method or not, I always use a wig cap to protect my hair. I personally like to use a lighter skin tone wig cap because whenever I do the bald cap method, I like to use wig glue in order to glue the wig cap down. And if I use a lighter toned wig cap, I'm able to see the line of demarcation from where my hairline starts on my skin so that I don't get the wig glue on my forehead. This is just always important because it's perfect to protect your hair underneath so that nothing gets snagged on your hair, etc. So my second essential is some mini scissors. I have these scissors that I actually got from Amazon. There's some cuticle scissors. I will be linking all of the items that I'm talking about in this video in the description bar down below, so if you guys are interested, you guys can click on the link. But yeah, I got these from Amazon. They're really nice and small, like they're super tiny. For me personally, I like to use these scissors to cut my wig cap once I'm doing the bald cap method. So say I've applied the glue has dried, and now it's time for me to cut off all of the excess wig cap. I like this one because the scissor is so small and it gets really close to like my skin, so that when I cut off the excess wig cap, it basically just looks like I'm bald. I also will use it on my lace to cut off any excess lace. My next essential is going to be cream foundation. So I use cream foundation for two things. I apply the cream foundation onto the wig cap to match my skin tone. I also apply cream foundation onto the lace. I'll apply cream foundation onto the inside of the lace just so that obviously the lace can match my skin. Right now I'm using Ruby Kisses cream foundation. This is from the beauty supply. It's extremely inexpensive. I think it's like $5.99 or something compared to like other makeup. But yeah, I like to use this because it comes in a palette of 2. So even for hairstylists, this is really good because in one thing it comes with 2 different colors. I use the palette number 13, and in this mini palette I use the lighter shades. Okay, so my next essential is an eyebrow razor. So now that we've, you know, installed my wig cap, I put my wig on in order to like install my wig. I like to cut off the excess lace before I glue down my wig. Different people do it different ways. Some people like to put glue their wig down and then cut off the excess lace, but these days I find that the opposite works best for me. So I like to cut off all of the excess lace with an eyebrow razor. I use an eyebrow razor because it gives me a jagged line. Using scissors, sometimes I find it hard for me to get like a jagged line because I naturally just create a straight line with the scissors. So I like to use this. My next essential is very obvious. It's wig glue. I prefer glue over sprays because I feel like when you install a wig with wig glue, it just looks better. Like it just looks better. I don't know if it's just me, if I haven't yet mastered sprays. That might be it as well, but I only use sprays like the Ebin spray or the Got2b spray if I'm in a rush and I don't have time to really like go in and be detailed. But usually my results when installing the wig are not as good as if I use wig glue. So the glue that I'm using right now currently is Ghost Bond, but it's the Supreme Ghost Bond glue. This is a lot stronger than the regular Ghost Bond, so I really like this. I put on like a couple layers. If I'm going to be wearing the wig for like a week more, I'll do like 4 or 5 layers because I want the wig to like last. Next up, I have a rat tail comb. This is also pretty self-explanatory. If you're doing hair, you're most likely going to use a rat tail comb, but I use it in a different way that you would think. So I like to use a rat tail comb to like add some glue to the edges of my lace, because like I said, I do cut the lace first and then I apply glue. So normally what happens when I apply my glue and I set the wig on top of the glue, the edges of the lace are still not glued down. So in order for me to get like the edges of my lace, I take some glue, I place it on like a paper or something, and then I take the end of my rat tail comb, I dip it inside of the glue, and then I just like go in and get the little edges of the lace that are not yet glued down. And then once the little glue here turns white, I go in with this side of my rat tail comb and just kind of like press the edges of the lace into my skin. So my next essential that I like to use, or the one thing that I always use when I'm installing a wig, is once I've completed like laying down the lace, I go in with my Ebin lace spray and spray the whole perimeter of like the lace, the edge of the lace, and then I tie everything down with an elastic band. I just find that this is like an extra step to make sure that your lace is like secured and flat and you didn't miss anything. And even if you did miss anything, the Ebin lace spray is going to take care of it. It has a really good hold, and yeah, just like a perfect finishing touch on top of like you gluing your lace down. That takes me into my next essential, which is the elastic band. I have this one, I get it from the beauty supply. It's called like a wig band at the beauty supply. I think this is supposed to be used to like sew into the back of your wig to like make your wig sit nice and like taut on your head, if that makes sense. But I just use this as an elastic band because that's what it works as. It's just like an additional step, like in order to lay your wigs and make sure that everything is nice and like flat and stuck to your forehead, you need something to really like hold it down while the glue dries. And even to hold down like your edges, after I do my edges, I go in with my elastic band and tie everything down as well, just so that everything can set in place. And next up, I have another essential that I feel like not everybody has in like their wig kit, but I always recommend this. It's a 1/2 inch flat iron. It's from Kiss. I got this from Amazon for $20, which is super inexpensive. Like I thought it was gonna be more so like $60, but no, it was pretty inexpensive. And I use this to curl my baby hairs, and it makes it so much easier to do your baby hairs once you've curled them. Like I always, and still do sometimes, have like issues with my baby hairs. Like sometimes it takes me forever to really get it down how I want it to, but if it wasn't for this, it would probably take even longer, because this just makes it so much easier for you to get the curve that you want from your baby hairs. And yeah, overall just makes it a million times easier. So my next essentials, let's say that you are ready to do your baby hairs. You have your baby hair brush, you curled up your baby hairs, and now it's time to lay them down. I like to use 2 products. So I like to use hairspray and mousse. So this is the pink holding spray. I really like this because it's not like a super strong hold. It's like a malleable hold. I'll spray this onto my baby hair brush and then, you know, kind of do my baby hairs in the direction that I want them to go into. This is kind of like a rough draft. So I'll do like a rough draft with my pink holding spray. And then once I kind of have an idea of how my baby hairs are gonna lay and I'm happy with it, I'll go in with mousse. I'll put the mousse on the top of my hair, dip my brush in it, and then swoop. Now mousse is really good because it would definitely get your like hair to lay in the direction that you want it to. But what I do is, in order for the mousse to not lift the lace up, is as soon as I do my baby hairs with the mousse, I'll go in with an elastic band and tie everything down and let that set for like 5 to 10 minutes. And then once I take my elastic band off, everything is looking super good. And then next, I feel like this item is pretty obvious as well. It's the hot comb. Like you really cannot install a wig without a hot comb. Like you really need a hot comb to get your install nice and flat. Yeah, like you cannot do an install without, or at least for me, I feel like I can't install a unit without a hot comb. This one is really good. It's from Andis. I got this from Amazon. It gets so hot to the point where sometimes I need to like bring it down a little bit because it's so easy to burn yourself with it. It goes up to like level 20. Sometimes I'll bring it down to like a level 15 because, like I said, it gets super hot. But I like to use this on the top of my head and in the front to kind of like bring the hairs back. I usually use the hot comb with, and this is another essential for your wig, with a wax stick. So the wax stick that I like to use is the Care wax stick. And then this is what it looks like. You just kind of like put it on top of your wig and then you go in with the hot comb and like slick everything down. So this is going to give you like a really nice, sleek, shiny look. Not overly shiny. It just puts everything together, especially if you have flyaways at the top of your wig. A lot of wigs have like little hairs that are super annoying. The wax stick is really perfect to kind of just like have everything go in the direction that you want it to go in. So that's why I like to use the wax stick. If you've used all of these products and you've gotten up until like the end of installing your wig already looks bomb at this point, okay? Like you already look super cute. But there's just one last thing that I like to do in order to really like bring everything together. So that is using concealer on your parts and black spray. So for concealer, you can use anything. You can use a concealer that you have. I'll take like a lighter shade of my Kriss Cream foundation that I have laying around. I'll dip my little brush into it, and then I'll go in and create my part. So this is perfect whether you have a middle part, a side part, it doesn't really matter. Defining your part really makes a difference. And then the next thing that I like to do is spray the part with a black spray, because naturally, if you think about it, like if you wear your natural hair, your part is really not that large. So having like a really nice slim part, I feel like makes everything look a lot more natural and put together. If you have like a bust down middle part, you definitely want to use the black spray because it literally makes such a good difference. So yeah, that pretty much concludes the video for today. Those are all of the basics, the essentials that you need in order to install a wig. Like I can't install a wig with one of these products missing. All of these are products that I like consistently use when I'm installing a wig. You guys have probably seen these products so many times if you already do watch my hair videos. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This unit again is from West Coast Hair, and all of the details are down below. I know this video did not include like products that you need for wig customization, but I will make another video soon on how to properly customize your wig and all of the products that you need. I feel like this is a perfect video that you can save and keep going back to, just to make sure that you have all your tools ready before you go for your like first wig install, which is kind of nerve-wracking but also very exciting. So if you guys liked the video, of course hit the like button, leave some comments down below, and of course subscribe for more. I will see you guys in the next one.